Yeah, just a reminder to myself that the videos that I do put up on here um, are for me, right? They're for my own documentation, for my own evolution, kind of what I'm going through right now at this particular point in my life. And that's why I'm making these videos, kind of like a timestamp. I'm not trying to get subscriptions or subscribers. I'm not trying to get comments. I'm really not trying to get attention at all. And so I'm happy that this channel has remained very low key, and I'm very appreciative of that. But the topic for today, and I was talking about it briefly yesterday, but I got kind of nervous. But now I want to talk about it again, is the presence of social media within my brain and me being able to detox away from it for a period of time. I have not scrolled or looked at any social media in about 3 weeks. Man, I just did not. You would think by now I'd realize it, right? But I just didn't realize. The biggest epiphany I've had is understanding or realizing within myself that when I listen to other content creators on YouTube or even through the TV, anybody that I don't know really or have any personal relationship with, they are thinking for me in a way. They are thinking in a way to do things for me without me even realizing it. And it's a subconscious thing, and it's something that I'm doing my best to get away from. I also wonder why, like, I don't have a lot of original thought or a lot of, like, creativity in a sense. Well, the creativity is always there, but it's cluttered and was cluttered by other people's ideas. Other people's ideas, other people's thoughts, other people's opinions, other things going on besides what's going on in me is why I couldn't hear what was going on inside of me. Now, at this particular time, I can hear my inner voice a lot clearer. I feel like my decision making is very straight to the point, and I'm not all over the place. I felt like even at the time when I was and still am practicing semen retention, yeah, I had the energy, but I still had a scattered state of mind, and I wasn't exactly sure where that was coming from. Well, thinking about it now, it's like when I scroll through 50 videos in less than 3 minutes with 50 different subjects, like different ideas of what's going on, whatever it might be at that particular time for whoever's filming it or making it or creating it, if it's even real. Well, it just crowds my brain. And of course I'm not going to be able to have any original thought. Of course I'm not going to have any original ideas because I have everybody else's just shoved in my subconscious. So when I'm getting away from the social media, I'm getting away from the YouTube, I'm getting away from the Instagram, I'm getting away from, I never did TikTok, but mainly Instagram and YouTube, like the short form content. I just feel like my creativity is slowly coming back. My sense of self is slowly coming back, and my decision making feels a little bit better. It feels like the energy is more present within myself, but it's less scattered. So I highly encourage myself to keep going because this is a personal channel. I'm talking to myself, telling myself, look, keep going. Let the social media go. There's no FOMO. You're not missing out on anything. At the end of the day, if and even if you do miss out on some big news, you'll hear about it. You'll hear about it somewhere down the line. People talk. I have friends, not on social media, so eventually I will hear what I need to hear. And it's very calming for my nervous system. It's such a unique experience to go to bed without my phone and to wake up without my phone. Like that, it took me, like, the first week was very uncomfortable. I'm just like, the first thing I would do is just want to, like, touch my phone. I'm not even going to look at it. I just want to touch it. And I realized, like, man, that is a fucking problem. So that was a pretty big realization for me, besides the other people thinking for me all the time. But now, a couple weeks in, 3 weeks in, just no social media, not having the phone. I brick my phone now. I use like a little brick device. So I tap it and I just put it away from my bed. I wake up naturally without an alarm. I just sleep better. My REM sleep is a little deeper. Sometimes it's not, but I wake up like not thinking about 30 things. That was the hugest thing. I think my brain just couldn't process the amount of information that I was taking in every day. I just can't process it because not only is it through the phone, But then we live lives, right? We go out, whether we're in school, whether we're working, whether we have personal things going on besides the phone. And then to add the phone in, all that extra stuff, it's like, dude, there's already enough going on in life. If you're just living life and you're trying to get by, or you're enjoying it, or whatever you're doing, there's enough going on. So it really is like, man, there's a lot going on. And the idea of me putting in a bunch of information that my brain is not going to be able to process fully is just stressing me out. It stresses me out. It really does. And I couldn't see that until I put it away. It sounds ironic for me to say this to myself on a phone, but I have been very good at limiting my screen time and limiting, well, no Instagram Reels at all, no short-term content at all. I haven't touched it in 3 weeks. I have looked at YouTube videos, long form, but I listen to the whole thing. So if I listen to a YouTube video, I make it a point to listen to the whole video, even if I don't like it. But it's good because now I'm switching back to YouTube not having premium, just YouTube normal, or normal YouTube with ads, which is great because it's going to make me not want to watch YouTube because I freaking hate ads. So when I got YouTube Premium, it made it almost easier for me to watch content creators. But and this is, I guess this is obviously going to be offensive, but it is what it is. I'm not claiming to be, I'm not a good content creator at all, obviously, but listening to content creators now while not having a stimulated, fragmented mind, most people are crap. Plain and simple. Most things people say are crap. Like, it doesn't, their opinions, a lot of it's not science backed up at all. And anybody could, just like me right now, could just pick up a camera and say what they want. And man, I agree with freedom of speech, but wow, you got to find a limit. Because if there isn't any kind of discernment within myself, which there wasn't before, but now there is because I've allowed discernment to enter into my life, I'll be a mess. I will be a mess. I will not have a life that I want to create. I'll just be living in fear because the amount of negative, fearful energy that I get from YouTube even is crazy. I mean, now listening to it, I've been cleaning out my subscriptions. I've been unsubscribing to a lot of people, not on this channel, but on my main channel. And man, yeah, I just like a lot of these people that I was listening to are obviously have problems too and are hurting. And when you listen to it from a clear state of mind without distraction or like filler noise, and your mind's like clear and you're not taking in a bunch of info every single day, wow, the veil gets lifted. So really, to conclude this for myself, like, keep going, brother. You got it. Stay off of social media. Content's fine. Long form is fine. You want to, jump around, that's okay. Also, like, getting a Switch or a Steam Deck and, like, gaming a little bit is fine. I'd rather do that than just fragment my mind in a million different places. Reading is great. Doing homework is fun. Like, it's not bad. It's good to use the brain. So I'm very thankful for the things I have been doing. Long distance running is also a lifesaver. And I'll keep going from there. But I'll talk to myself soon. I'll make another video sometime soon and let myself know where I am then. But for now, just keep going forward and stay sober, stay strong. And yeah, man, you got this. Take care.